Hello again, Michael Friedberg here from beautiful North Carolina. Today I'll be reviewing two new products. The first of which is a razor that was provided to me for review by West Coast Shaving. They have a new line of razors out that are stainless steel handles. The razors come in two different formats. There is a chromed version or silver version and then this matte black version. They have two different head styles. There is a closed comb version, which I'll be using for today, which is very similar, if not a direct reproduction of the Edwin Jagger D89 or the Mueller R89 head style. Obviously very popular and for good reason, because this head geometry is very well understood and works very well for a lot of people. The other head style is a open comb. And if you take a careful look at this, the way that the blade lies inside that head, it is a very flat angle to the blade. It's not really very curved at all, and there's definitely a good bit of blade exposure. And I'll talk about how this one shaves when we actually get into the shave with the closed comb head. Handle is thick. This particular style has this just this very simple geometric line. This looks like a thread just moving up and down. Heavy. The handle is definitely heavy. As I said, this is stainless steel, and we'll talk about that actually during the shave. But today's soap is one of two that was provided for review by Cooper and French. This is a new small artisan out of Minneapolis. This is the tallow-based version. I also have a vegan formula that I'll be reviewing in a later video. The tallow version, this one is called Fresh Start, and this is a scent blend of lavender, vetiver, balsam, cedar, amyris, patchouli, and geranium. I'll show you what it looks like in the tin. Very nice, light, even white color. Now, as for the scent, at first I wasn't quite sure that I liked it. It seems like kind of an odd mix of scents, but the fact is that it's actually really grown on me. Initially, you get a hint of cedar, which I really quite like. Then right after that, you get a little bit of dirt from the vetiver, which is a nice mix with the cedar, builds a nice base. And then the scent that stands out to me mostly is the geranium, but there's definitely a very nice kind of floral note to it with the cedar and the vetiver underneath. And as I said, initially I was not quite sure I liked the scent. It's really come quite to like it. I have pressed some of that into Captain's Choice, the Lathering loading bowl. Today's brush is going to be the first brush I got from Steve Bento. It's this fantastic bloodwood lapis lazuli inset. Big ol' silvertip knot on there. All right, relatively dry brush. Just gonna start loading the brush. Soap lathers very quickly, very easily. As always in the bowl, always starts off frothy. A lot of soaps have so far. That is no reflection on the soap at all. I'm just gonna give the brush a good load. Definitely a bit of a thirsty soap too, so if you are starting off with a dry brush, you are going to want to add some water as you're building your lather. All right, as you can see, that's now starting to fall out of the bowl. All right, let me scoop out as much as I can. Drip a bit of water onto the brush. Just get my face wet again. This is 2+ days worth of growth, as always. Well, there was the first bit of lather flying. Yeah, so I normally shave Friday mornings for work and then skip Saturday, so I've got a good bit of growth for these Sunday shaves. Skipping that one day on Saturday is both an advantage and a disadvantage. So used to shaving every day that it feels like you're really missing something and you look like a bum. On the flip side, it's good having a bit of growth for that Sunday shave. Skipping a day is really not the worst thing in the world. Certainly not now, as the weather here is starting to change and you get a bit of a cold snap. My skin immediately shows the impact of that drier weather. If you are blessed with beautiful, perfect skin, well, good for you. I wish that were the case for me, but it's simply not. Beautiful, easy lather on this soap. Big fan of tallow soaps. And this certainly has a nice creamy rich feel to it. I'm going to add just a bit more water. There is a ton of lather in the bottom of the brush. There we go. As you can see, no issues building a lather at all. The scent, when lathered, to me evens out a little bit, and it's a bit of a cleaner mix of the scents. All right, there we go. All right, West Coast shaving. As I said, stainless steel handle, so heavy. This one does not have a lot of knurling or patterning on it, so you just have to be aware that this one may be a bit more slippery compared to some of the other ones. Matte black finish in this case. This is a brand new Personna Red. All right, let's see what we got. I've been shaving with these two. I shaved with the open comb for the first 3 days of the week, and then switched over to this head. Now, the open comb is definitely much more aggressive than this one. You can really feel a lot of the blade. There's definitely more what I call blade chatter, where you can sort of feel the blade moving a little bit, because the way that blade is curved, it's actually pretty flat. It's not being pushed down, really held into a solid position. If you like an aggressive shave or an open comb aggressive shave, that other head may be a great option for you. I believe they also sell the heads separately, so if you just wanted to buy that portion, you'd be able to do that as well. And the closed comb head, this feels definitely very similar to the Edwin Jagger. Maybe not quite as smooth. Yeah, the open comb for me, definitely a very efficient shave, very close, clean shave, but really not comfortable, just because of the blade feel on my skin, the amount that I can sort of feel the blade moving. Not a very comfortable shave. But I also don't really like those kind of overly aggressive razors. Just not a good fit for me. There is definitely a noticeable overhang here, so at certain spots during the shave, I have to be careful of that. Yeah, and this head is certainly more comfortable. A very kind of familiar feel. But maybe not as efficient as the open comb. Really nice slickness on that soap, by the way. Good protection, easy to lather. Really helps that razor go. Yeah, just gotta watch out. You can see right here, there's just a bit of irritation in that skin, and that means some extra moisturizing during these winter months. We've gone from 80-degree days now down to low 40s, high 30s at night. Some very kind of crisp days. I certainly enjoy the cold weather, but it does wreak havoc on my skin a little bit. I already had a bit of irritation, sort of chapped skin on my hands as well. As you can see, that lather is not dissipating. There's a lot stuck in the bottom of the brush. Just going to pull that up. Yeah, look at that nice thick lather. All right. Pass number 2. Yeah, I was just, you look at the wet shaving market and you just think you've got to be reaching sort of a saturation point where how many more soap makers or razors do you need on the market, and then you get surprised by yet another round or crop of people. And the fact is that the products that are coming out, particularly on the soap side, just continue to be so good that you just wish people all the best. The more the merrier. Okay, sorry. A little distracted there. Across the grain. It seems like some consolidation in the market seems inevitable, but in the meantime, new people like Cooper and French come along with another very nice shaving soap and another good option. Looks like it's a two-person shop for the moment. I like the fact that they're out of the gate providing a tallow and a vegan option. Yeah, I'll have to come back to their vegan soap in a couple weeks. Yeah, the other thing to sort of pay attention to, as more people are manufacturing or reproducing these razor heads, is just in general, just to keep an eye on build quality. People are obviously trying to deliver good value for money, and that means that in some cases, you just gotta just pay careful attention. I think as more people begin to manufacture or have razor heads manufactured for them, the only issue I've had with this one so far is I've had to align the blade, just loosen the head and just shift it a little tiny bit. That's true for a lot of razors, but okay. Pass number 2, done. And that's an instance where actually having the tabs on the razor blade exposed does help, because it actually allows you to adjust the position of the blade in there. Yeah, soap is just, absolute delight. Really nice and creamy feel to it. Very good slickness. Even when you're done, if you just wet your face again, you can feel there's definitely still a nice slick layer left behind. All right, let me just pull some of this excess lather out. Still quite a bit in there. And as always, if you've actually run out of lather in your brush, just go back and load more. There's nothing that says that you get one shot at doing this. You see this question pop up quite a bit on the forums about what do I do if it dries out, or just if it dries out while you're shaving, you need to be adding more water. If you don't have enough lather left for a third pass, you can just load some more. Okay. The against the grain. Now this is definitely a spot where this particular head design, regardless of who manufactures it, is not going to be as smooth for me as something like the Baby Smooth or the Maggard Slant or the X3. That's fine. Still getting a very good shave here. It just means there's certain directions, certain strokes I'm just not going to do. And I really don't need to do them. There we go. Yeah, nice, really good slickness here. Makes for easy buffing. Yep, tiny spot right there. Just gonna watch that one too. this time of year, definitely going to be prone to weepers. Just have to keep moisturizing. Okay, well, let's see what we've done. Yep, just a little bit under there. Another quick touch up right there. And again, I'll be buffing. Yeah, very nice slickness here. Really lets the razor just kind of run over the face. All right, beautiful, done. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off and then apply the aftershave. Try to get as much of the soap off as I can. Ah, the ear is always the worst. All right, towel off a little bit. Not bad, not bad. All right, aftershave. All right, here I am. Prepared, I already had it right there. Barrister Man, Le Grand Chiple. This actually has a nice sort of heady floral note that I think actually will go pretty well. Close out that shave. Not used this in a while. Very, very light tingle. No surprise given the condition of my skin, really. Oh, great way to close out that shave. Excellent, excellent stuff. All right, well, while that dries off, let's go ahead and just review what we've used for it today. So, first off, the razor. West Coast Shaving has brought out their own line of razors to be able to provide a kind of a lower cost, high value option. There are a significant number of handle options that come both in this matte black and the chrome to the silver. You have two choices of heads. You have this closed comb, which it clearly looks a great deal like the D89 head. You also have obviously a open comb option, which I have left a blade in here just so you can sort of see what that looks like in terms of blade exposure and head geometry and blade angle. As I said, the open comb, definitely a more aggressive shave. For me, not a comfortable shave, but a very effective, a very efficient shave. Very close, clean shave. But I don't really personally enjoy sort of that blade feel, sort of the chatter on my face. I know lots of you love it, and that may well be a great choice for you. Stainless steel handles, heavy handles. If you're interested in some different handle options, which of course will fit on any other standard head, that's one way to go. If you just want to buy the heads, you can do that as well. Today's soap is, just let me dry off the label a little bit. It's Cooper and French, the tallow version. This is the cedar, vetiver, lavender, and geranium. Those are, for, at least for me, sort of the 4 primary notes. Excellent stuff. Easy to lather. Scent continues to stay strong throughout the shave. As I said initially, I wasn't quite sure about the scent, but it has definitely grown on me. Quite enjoying that. Another small artisan out of Minneapolis in this case. If you're interested, go ahead and check them out. As I said, they have a tallow version and a vegan version, and I'll be reviewing the vegan version in a few weeks from now. Nice protection, easy to use, very good slickness, as you could see during that last sort of buffing cleanup pass. Easy. Today's brush, Steve Bento, the Bloodwood and Lapis Lazuli inset with the extra dense silver tip knot. This one is set, obviously, pretty big loft, because he wasn't quite sure of how deep to set. It was the first brush he made, so he really wasn't quite sure how that worked. But in fact, loft has worked out great. It's really easy to use. It picks up a ton of soap. Brush has been fantastic. Oh, did I mention Personna Red blade? I think I did. And then, of course, to close it all off, the Barrister and Man, the Grand Chypre. Fantastic stuff. Really good. A nice follow-on to that soap scent. I will, in a little bit, when this is really completely dried down, I'll go ahead and apply some of the Captain's Choice, the Lime Aftershave Balm. And as I said, I will not be moisturizing after my shaves as well as before I go to bed tonight, because the way my skin is going, really got to take care of it. So with that, if you have questions or comments about the video or the products, please feel free to leave those against the video. And as always, thank you so much again for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, goodbye.